Hey, good morning, everyone. Figured we would do this live just inside so we can look at some model data and kind of show you guys everything that's going on, especially since the snow has at least tapered off for now. That's not going to be the case, and it looks like start times may be a little bit earlier for our second round of snowfall. So we've got a lot to get to. I've been compiling more of a snowfall total list, so that way I can kind of like run through everything. Maybe you'll hear your town. Just compiling. We did have some sleet reports as well, so that was interesting. You know, sleet was the kind of going to be the big factor here, especially for our far southern counties, and we did have that happen. So finish writing this down. I hope everyone's warm and safe out there this morning as we're getting ready into the afternoon. I mean, it's cold. If you haven't been outside yet, it's cold. I still am warming up from the Facebook Live I did at 7:30 this morning because it was definitely chilly. All right, I'm getting everything set up so I can show you some data. Just want to make sure you guys are kind of prepped and ready to go. And we've got the new, I told you guys at 7:30 there's like a new run of data that I was waiting for to see kind of, you know, how this will play out. Because if you remember, especially when we got into yesterday, when we had that secondary run of data mid-morning, it showed everything starting to shift a little bit south, at least for our higher snowfall potential, and that's what happened. So I'm going to be breaking down everything we can expect for this second round of wintry weather, mainly snow, some sleet still possible. That's now set to arrive later this afternoon, not as late as what was previously thought. I'm going to run down the list of snowfall totals that have come in so far. And if you haven't taken a snowfall measurement and you want to be included, make sure to, of course, use a ruler, find a flat area. Don't go to a hill or find the highest snowdrift. Find the flattest area you can find and, again, ruler straight down, read it up to the 1/10 of an inch, and then let us know what you have. You can drop it in the comments here because we really want to see kind of who got what in terms of our snowfall totals, and some higher amounts have come in. So I wouldn't say this is a bust of a forecast. Maybe it underperformed a little bit in this first round due to the dry air in place, but we're going to see a big moisture surge into the second round. I don't think we're going to have issues getting a lot of snowfall here. So I'm going to read these. Okay, and some of these have been updated since earlier this morning. Spiro, 4.1 inches of snowfall. Wyandotte, 2 inches. Broken Arrow, 2.3 inches. I had 1.5 inches in my backyard in Broken Arrow. Tulsa, 2 inches. Crowder, 4.5 inches. Eufaula, 5 inches. Scullyville, it's been upgraded now to 4 inches. Tahlequah, 1.3 inches. Stidham, 2.8 inches. Veneta, 3 inches. Jay, 2.5 inches, and that comes from our storm chaser, Nakoma Hutchison. Sopopa, 2 inches. Gray, 2 inches. Skiatook, 5 inches of snow. Verdigris, 4 inches. Owasso, 3.5. Collinsville, 4 inches. Jinx, 2 inches. Warner, 4 inches. Muskogee, 3 inches. Bixby, 2.5. Okima, 3 inches. McAllister, 3.5 inches. Bartlesville, between 2 and 3 inches with the south side of town on the higher end with those 3 inches. Porham, 7.5 inches of snow. Okay, that's a high amount. Walika, 4 inches. Okmulgee, 3 inches. Marble City, 5 inches. Poto, 4.5. Brushy, 3.5. So if you have not heard your town name and you're like, oh, I wonder what we have, go ahead and take a measurement for us. Drop it in the comments, or I did post a couple hours ago kind of a list of these. You can drop it in there with your location. Don't just send the snowfall amount, but put your location, your city as well, so we can add these to the list. Okay, so we had our first round of snowfall, and again, it was a little bit lighter than expected due to the dry air in place. That was a strong Arctic front. I mean, temperatures fell through the day yesterday. That doesn't happen too often, especially with us being so far south. So we had to overcome that cold, dry air, and we did. We got snowfall. It started for me, at least at my house in Broken Arrow, around 9:30 last night, and then continued through the overnight hours. So you guys ready to see kind of what we're looking at now, and then we can show you what we expect going into our second round. All right, let me make this graphic full screen. Here we go. Okay, I'm in my makeshift husband's office. So we're trying to make this work. All right. Slide things over here. And I will bring this down. Okay, so this is radar right now. We're looking at a live look at radar. You could see that there was a break, right, especially in our eastern and southern counties where precipitation just shut off. But about an hour ago, we did have some snow showers in Broken Arrow, and that extended up north towards Kansas. Now look at this kind of heavier snow showers beginning to move out of Oklahoma City. That's going to track up through 44, and there's a good chance we could see snow picking back up in the next couple of hours. We were thinking maybe after 4 or 5. No, it looks to be a lot sooner than that. And then if you look out to the southwest, these are heavier snow showers that continue to build southwest, and then eventually will make its way into green country as well. So that's a current look at radar and kind of what is headed our way, right? This is that secondary round. It's going to start a little sooner. Hopefully it'll end a little sooner on Sunday. At least that'll be good news. If, you know, maybe give ODOT a little bit more time to get things going before people have to head out on the roads. But this secondary round will be heavier. And with that, you can hear my my brother-in-law's cat, so I do apologize on that. We've got everybody over here today, you know, bracing for the snow and potentially being holed up at the house. Okay. So let's look at Futurecast, right? Futurecast kind of paints this picture where, you know, you still have some precipitation north and west, but overall doesn't paint that well the picture. We're going to play this forward. So that's 2 o'clock. So again, showing that, hey, this precipitation may get started a little bit sooner than expected. So maybe you're like, oh, it stopped. My streets are okay. I'm going to run out quickly. Just be prepared that in the next couple of hours, we're likely going to see the snow and potential mix somewhere set up. The freezing line, that's going to be interesting. So figuring out where the sleet line will develop, I'm thinking it's going to be near I-44 and then south. So that means we could see a little bit of sleet in the Tulsa area. That's as far north as I would expect, kind of just south of I-44. We're going to expect the sleet to develop near there, and then we'll quickly turn to snow. So if we were to get any sleet from Tulsa northeast, it's going to be quick, right? I don't think our sleet chances are high there, but really I-40 and south, we have a pretty good chance of seeing this sleet snow mixture. So that's 6:30. Again, precipitation continues to build and should be steady at times, either a light to moderate snowfall or light to moderate sleet. So that's from about 2 to 6:30. And then we play this forward, right? This is overnight, so we're still expecting the heavier precipitation to fall anytime from about 10 to maybe 6 a.m. Sunday, so 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. And this is where we're going to pick up, I think, a majority of our heavier snowfall. I'll show you the snowfall totals. They haven't changed much, right? Because, yes, some folks, okay, looking back at my list, we have 1 to 7 inches, right? We were projected to get maybe 4 to 8, so we're a little bit lighter, less than 4 in some spots, but other spots we were able to pick up a decent amount of snowfall. So you could see that sleet snow mixture. This is just south of 44 right here from Okmulgee to Tahlequah south. That's going to continue through the overnight hours and be heavy. And then north, that's where we could see that moderate to heavier snowfall from Tulsa up to the Kansas state line. Eventually by Sunday morning, this snow will become lighter, right? And then anyone who had this sleet chance or ongoing sleet, that's going to change over to snowfall as well. So everyone's at least going to be dealing with light to moderate snowfall through Sunday morning. And then by noontime, I guess if we get in a little sooner, maybe we can get rid of it a little sooner. It looks like that snowfall chance will begin to die down. Now remember, it's still going to be cold too, so we're going to have to show you that real quick. But just be prepared. This heavier snowfall may move in a little earlier. So if you have to get errands done, maybe do that right now. But be prepared to be back inside in the afternoon, evening hours. And if you live out west, that timing is going to be a little bit sooner there. Okay, we're going to be talking about the cold. Just give me a chance. I'm getting things set up here real quick. Okay. Hope everyone's having a good day, though. Did you guys eat anything good, at least last night into this morning? We ordered Andolinis yesterday before the snow hit, so that's what we had for dinner yesterday. Okay, extreme cold warning is still in effect till Monday at noon. It's still going to be cold, right? I told you guys I spent, 15 minutes outside. I had to take my thumb out of my glove to, you know, click the buttons on the screen, and my thumb was like burning. So just keep in mind it is that cold out there. And this is what we talk about, dangerously cold wind chills. Okay, today's high temperature 11, guys. It's going to be quite chilly. You can see the gradual, and by gradual, just a couple of degrees warm up into about Monday. Tuesday, some folks could see the freezing mark. I think we have a better chance at being above freezing, a little bit more area wide on Wednesday. But I do think that what we get here, or it's in terms of the winter precipitation coming in through the overnight, if it's heavier snowfall and we got a decent snowpack, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. And then you can see our overnight lows. They're pretty chilly. Let's talk about wind chills really quick. Okay, so right now, you can check our News Channel 8 weather app and it'll show you single digits below zero for wind chill. It's chilly out there. It is a little bit warmer east and southeast. It's still cold nonetheless. You can see everyone falls to the single digits below zero this evening through the overnight. And that's where we will live Sunday morning. And then we get into the afternoon, Sunday, single digits above zero, at least for a wind chill, but likely it's not going to feel any different. And this is what I'm talking about. Monday will be our coldest morning. Our actual temperatures, like air temperatures, not wind chill, will be around 0 to maybe -10. And then our wind chill will be anywhere from about single digits below 0 to maybe 20 below. So you can see here that not only are we tracking the wintry weather, which needs to be taken seriously, but also the colds as well. Chris, you didn't hear the amount for South Tulsa, 61st and Peoria. So all I've seen from Tulsa is the 2-inch snowfall amount. We haven't had a lot of people reporting snowfall. So all we have is maybe a snowfall report or two from each city, and not even from every city, just from the ones listed on my sheet of paper. So about 2. I've got 1.5 inches in my backyard here in Broken Arrow, and again, the snow, I'm looking outside and the snow is already starting to pick back up once again. All right, before I go, things you guys just need to keep in mind as we go forward through the weekend. Heavier snowfall expected overnight, but now the snow for the secondary round may start up a little bit sooner, meaning could be after 2 o'clock, could be closer to 4 o'clock. So that's a little bit sooner than expected, but hopefully that means snow will end officially across our area by noontime tomorrow. Good chance if the roads were okay for you today, they're probably not going to be that great tomorrow if we get all this precipitation expected. Whether it's snow or sleet, doesn't matter. It's still going to cause some issues for the roadways. And then these cold temperatures, it's just going to be cold at least through Monday, and we're lucky if some spots make it above freezing by Tuesday. Hope everyone has a great and safe Saturday. We'll come back in about another 2 hours and give you another update right here on the News Channel 8 Facebook page. Stay safe, everyone.